This case spirals fast, from threats and terroristic charges to a judge's blunt warning. I'll make your bond $1 million. What started as a minor crash quickly unraveled into a full-blown legal storm involving weapons, drugs, and alarming courtroom behavior. The defendant, already tangled in a web of felony assault, evading arrest, and repeated probation violations. The courtroom, tense, the judge, unrelenting, and just when you think it can't escalate further, it does. This isn't just about legal proceedings, it's about safety, power, and a court system on edge. Stay tuned, because what happens next might just restore your faith in tough justice or leave you questioning the system altogether.
I'm setting the rules that you're going to follow, okay?
Yes, sir.
What's the name?
Bledsoe. Evading arrest and terroristic threat. He was in custody because he had a pending felony in the 228. So he's bonded out on all. The evading, I think, is 12 yards per the officer.
So I see that on 10/17 of 24, he picks up a felony assault. And 3 days later, he picks up a terroristic threat. And then he picks up an evading arrest. And they give him PR bonds on these cases. Is that what happened? And
he bonded out since his last setting. I didn't check to see if they were PRs or not, Judge. I know that he had to pay money in felony court.
yeah, it's just, I'm not down with PR bonds on this. I mean, he picks.
Right here, pause and take this in. The judge is laying down the law, not just for the courtroom, but for any agency the defendant interacts with. This is rare. She's sending a message. No matter where you are in the system, pre-trial, services, probation, or drug testing, disrespect will not be tolerated. It's not about the building, it's about the attitude, and revoking bond, that's serious. She's not just issuing a warning, she's taking immediate legal action.
Earth, is it?
He was in custody, I think, on the felony.
Oh, I see. Okay, and then he bonded out of the, right, okay.
Yeah.
Got it. All right. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. Please, what happened?
On October 19, 2024, officers were dispatched to a minor crash at a residential home in Harris County, Texas. The call described a male at the location crashing his motor vehicle, then pulling a gun, and was trying to fight people at the location. When officers arrived at the location, they observed people.
Let's break this down legally. The defendant allegedly picked up not one, but 3 new charges: felony assault, terroristic threat, and evading arrest, all while already out on bond. And here's the kicker, at least some of those were released on PR bonds, meaning no money was paid up front. Now, judges don't take kindly to that when new offenses stack up. This could mean a total bond revocation, or even reclassification as a public danger. Viewer question: do you think PR bonds are too lenient in violent cases like this?
Down the street in his car and crashed. The complainant stated the defendant began to tell the complainant he was going to shoot him and kill him. The complainant advised the defendant, then began to reach into his waistband and kept saying he was going to shoot him. The complainant feared for his life and felt threatened by the defendant's statement.
I will say, gun was never found. No charges where the gun were ever filed. They charged him with terroristic threat. They would have charged him with ag assault if the police had believed that a firearm was used.
Mr. Bledsoe,
now this is where the case takes a dangerous turn. Eyewitnesses point out the defendant. He evades police. He has a prior felony warrant. And most alarming, the complainant claims he was threatened with a gun. That's a textbook terroristic threat, even if no weapon was found. Legally, the threat itself can carry serious consequences, especially with the physical gestures described. These kinds of allegations can mean years in prison.
safe. You will be signing an affidavit with me today, promising me that you're not going to have any weapons whatsoever. And if I find that you have a weapon, I can have a contempt hearing. You're looking at 180 days in jail every time if you're caught with a gun. Do you understand? I'm sending you now for a drug test. I want to know what, if anything, is going to be in your system as well. I'm ordering you not to use alcohol or illegal drugs, and I'm going to test you like crazy. Do you understand?
Oh, this moment is explosive. The judge makes it crystal clear. Her top priority is public safety. She's throwing out the possibility of a $2 million bond. To make sure this defendant doesn't slip through the cracks again, she's not bluffing. That's the kind of figure reserved for high-risk individuals. And notice the language. I don't care who you are. I want my county safe. That's not just a legal stance, it's a mission statement.
Not allowed to drive. On this affidavit, you will also be promising me that you're not going to drive. Do you?
Do you have a different state's driver's license?
City?
He asked if you have a Texas driver's license. Do you have a driver's license from any other state?
No, I'm from Houston.
Okay, sorry. I'm just making sure he didn't have Louisiana or something.
Not drive. I am also putting on this affidavit that you're not going to drive. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You're looking around, you're just heed this warning, Mr. Bledsoe.
This section hits hard. The judge is pulling no punches. She warns the defendant about prison, not with cold legal jargon, but with raw human reality. You'll be passed around like a doll, brutal, but effective, this kind of commentary. From the bench isn't just punishment, it's an intervention. She's trying to jolt the defendant into changing course, and honestly, it's a rare window into how some judges try to use fear. Not just to punish, but to wake someone up.
Stay out of trouble. You're in enough hot water as it is. You know, the thing is, Mr. Bledsoe, is that a lot of people make very, very poor choices when they're out there in life. And sometimes that choice makes it to where you will live the next 40 years in a 6x9 box. And I'm going to tell you now, I've read have you been to prison before?
Nope.
I want you to hear me. I've read stuff about what happens in prisons, and it had me in tears. It was as bad as could possibly. If you think of your worst nightmare, it's worse in our Texas prisons. They don't give a rat's behind about you, and you will be passed around like a proverbial doll. It's awful. Believe me, it's not worth it. Don't have a gun.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Thank you, Judge.
All right.
If I can, Judge.
Here comes another emotional gut punch. The judge warns, one more slip up, and she'll classify him as a danger. What does that mean? It opens the door to full bond revocation and possibly pretrial detention until trial. The phrase "make it so high your teeth will fall out" might sound dramatic, but it's her way of signaling just how seriously she's taking the defendant's conduct. She's not here to negotiate. She's here to protect.
Like threat of like harm or anything like that. It was just more so attitude. He was making people in our office a little bit uncomfortable just with his demeanor and the things that he was saying, but none of it, to my knowledge, has been anything, putting anyone in danger, threatening danger, anything of that sort.
This is where I
You have an open criminal case. You're to be humble and contrite. And when you're not, and when you're threatening, abusive, harassing, I'm going to take care of you and I will light you up like a damn Christmas tree. Do you understand? It is unacceptable, the behavior that you have displayed here with myself, with pretrial, with the people down over there. And if you don't straighten up and fly right, I'm going to be all over you. Do you understand? One false move again. This is not supposed to be a happy time for you. And I don't know what I need to do to get your attention. But next time, I will classify you as a danger, revoke your bond, and make it so high you will have teeth falling out. Do you understand?
Sir.
Take a seat.
Thank you, Judge. Back to the point. Do you have a preference on the reset date, Judge?
Tell me what he tested positive for.
It was THC and alcohol, Judge.
Okay.
This is where I will add that the court added bond conditions yesterday, so he had the magistrate.
I understand.
Okay.
He did have these magistrate orders in October that I did see that he was instructed over. It didn't have no alcohol, but it did have
October what?
October
14th, 15th.
Give me the last name again.
Bledsoe, BLED.
Oh, no. He's still smoking weed then. I mean, if they told him not to use any kind of illegal drugs and he tested positive right now, give me the date, please. Come up, Mr. Bledsoe. You're not off the hook yet.
This is the moment where things get technical. The defendant has already been warned not to use alcohol or drugs, yet here he is testing positive for THC, whether it was a vape, gummy, or drink from a CBD shop. it doesn't matter. In the eyes of the court, a violation is a violation. And here's the legal nuance. If the judge has reason to believe he knowingly disobeyed conditions, she can hold him in contempt or tighten restrictions. Viewer poll: should THC be treated the same as alcohol during bond supervision?
Feel about THC seltzers that I could buy at Specs that consume.
This case was more than a courtroom hearing. It was a masterclass in judicial authority. The defendant, already on thin ice, faced an avalanche of consequences: revoked bond, drug testing, and an emotional warning from a judge who's clearly had enough. No evidence of a weapon was found, but the terroristic threat and prior charges made it clear the system wasn't going to take chances. From pretrial confusion to a judge ready to drop a $2 million bond, this hearing had it all. What's your take? Do you agree with the judge's aggressive stance, or was this overkill? Drop your thoughts below, and if you found this case as shocking as we did, make sure to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns. Until next time, stay informed and stay safe.